promised Kenway I wouldn't bring my coffee up, and I forgot. So, hey, thank you all for coming out. We really appreciate the support. This is a supplier-based project, and I think the attendance here shows that. We have some special visitors today. U.S. Congresswoman Dingell is here, if you can stand up. Michigan Senator Kolbeck. Oh, he's in the back. And Michigan Representative Gregg. And then we have Board of Director members Stu Lichter and Ken Way. Right, stand up. So yeah, we're really excited about today, about unveiling E1A. As you can see, B, C, and D are in process, so we're in motion. I wanted to title this event as an event brought to you by Reg A+. For those of you not familiar, Reg A+, Congress changed the rules on how you can go public, and it allows you to raise up to $50 million from non-accredited investors, and it's a low overhead, inexpensive way to go public. And Elio Motors is the first company to go all the way through the process of testing the waters, getting approved by the SEC, accepting investments, and then now we're traded on the OTCQX since February. And really, that was the key. That round of funding had us stalled for a while, and I couldn't figure it out. And I came across a book called The Innovator's Dilemma recently, and it really explained what had happened to me. It's like they wrote my story 25 years before I lived it. And they focused on the disk drive industry, and then they extrapolated to other industries, and it seems to hold true. And the premise is that big companies are horrible at disruptive technology. And in the disk drive industry, in the 60s, there were these 14-inch disk drives, and they were great for mainframes, and these goofballs came up with these 8-inch disk drives, and they worked really good for mini computers, but who knew how popular mini computers were going to be, and they were a lower price point, and the big guys, being well-managed companies, listened to their customers, continued to pour money into 14-inch disk drives, made them faster, better, worked on the high margins, and didn't worry about this undefined market at a low price point. And the other thing that the disruptive technologies had in common is heavy reliance on carryover content. Any of this sound familiar? Low price point, undefined market, and carryover content. So these 8-inch disk drives ended up becoming so good they put all the 14-inch guys out of business. And now they're the incumbents. They're well-managed companies, listening to their customers, advancing design, focusing on high-margin, well-defined markets rather than undefined markets. And this thing called the PC started kicking around, and they didn't care because who knew how many of those were going to sell. These guys came up with a 5.25-inch disk drive, same deal, low price point, carryover technology, undefined market. They put the previous innovators out of business. Then again at 3.25-inch, and then again at 2.2, right? So it happened over and over, and then they showed it across multiple industries that this phenomena happens. And I think what Reg A Plus did for us, when we were talking to institutions, they were well-managed institutions. So the investment wasn't inside a company like the Innovator's Dilemma describes, but it was the same phenomena. We had an undefined market with carryover technology at a low price point, and well-managed funds were looking for high-margin businesses and well-defined markets. And there was a disconnect, but the public got it, right? And so when we were able to break that log jam, it brought you E1A, really. And now that we're public, it's a whole different world. You don't actually get an email when you're cross to being over the hump, but it feels like we're over the hump. You know what I mean? Like things are different now. I'm really grateful that Reg A Plus became available. For the first time, we're showing all 4 of the prototypes we have in existence. So P1 doesn't exist anymore. It was a rear engine, rear drive, motorcycle drivetrain, no body, and that one is lost to history. But P2 was the first front engine, front drive vehicle. If you poke your head in there, it's very crude. The gauge cluster is painted on. So we moved a little bit beyond that, but it was a good proof of concept. You got a sense of what this could be, P3 was much better. It started really taking shape, And then P4 was, again, a big leap. And then the biggest leap, I think, was P5, which we released last November. And what differentiated it from its predecessors primarily is it's the first Elio with an Elio drivetrain. And we're the first American startup to show a new vehicle with its own engine in it since Nash did it in 1951. So it's been 65 years since that's been done, and we were real proud of that accomplishment. And there again, it's due to all of you, right? This is a supplier-based project. And now the second one with an Elio engine is sitting under a sheet here. So actually Continental, so each of the E series vehicles is going to go to a supplier to finish their engineering and validation, and this one's going to Continental, so they're going to come up and pull the sheet for us. Go ahead.
Thank you, Paul, for this excellent opportunity and the invite. We totally appreciate it. We are very, very happy, Continental Engineering Service, to partner with a very creative and innovative company like Elio Motors. We hope to contribute in a major way to the success of Elio Motors. And thank you for this excellent relationship and the opportunity you have given us. Totally appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. So if you just look at it, E1A doesn't look that much different from P5, but it's a radical and significant development. So if you pulled the body panels off of P5, it's all cut and weld steel. And as you can see from E1B behind us and the other frames sitting here, these are actual stampings. Well, I thank you all again for showing up and participating. Please feel free to hang out, sit in all 5 of the vehicles if you want to see the progression. And thanks again for sweating blood for us. We appreciate it. Thank you.